We followed the creators of the highly anticipated nature documentary Epiphysis. This is their story.
Nature. I guess when I think of nature, what comes to mind is the color green sometimes, with blue, some brown, like good earth tones, and then all the different types of life that there are. There's animal life, human life, plants, bugs. There's so many different types of life, and just nature is like encapsulating all of that and how they all interact in like an ecosystem. That's what I think when I think nature.
It was almost like we were integrated into the film. We were intermingling with the animals. We were almost intruding onto the animal's life, and so by that logic, we filmed their struggles. We got bald eagles, we got puffins, we've got all kinds of birds. Not just birds. We don't, but mostly birds. It's definitely mostly birds. A lot of different birds. The thing I could appreciate about this movie is the way we presented the repetition of life with this bird just circling.
Mm-hmm.
Just, he has no purpose. He just goes around in circles.
But sometimes on a deeper level, his purpose is to go in that circle, to get that food.
Yes.
And we slow it down sometimes, to really capture his animate nature. Well, we were sitting there thinking like, well, how can we help out Mother Earth and really give back to this world that has given us so much? And we thought, well, nature, of course, is part of Mother Earth. And so we hired a guy. He was our guide kind of through the Canada area, and he took us all these different spots about like where there were birds, because both of me and my partner, we really like birds. And yeah, we just figured we'll try and get back and like bring some of the life that is outside to the silver screen.
The nice thing about shooting on location is that we got to camp out with the animals. These animals, we want to make these animals appear very human. Like we want to show their human size. Look at him eat that fish. That's something a human would do. Oh man, his mouth is big.
I think when this movie goes big and we do the sequel, I think that's really where we're going to hit our stride. And I can't remember the name of this bird.
Oh, I don't remember the names of any birds.
But the guy we had with us who's passionate about nature,
yes,
he knew a lot about him, and we learned a lot too, just not everything that he's taught.
I'd like to think that we were very inspired by like certain nature documentaries of the past, whose names I forgot. Damn, look at all those fuckers go. Now, like the great Jean-Luc Godard once said, "The day of the director is dead," and he said that like 40 years ago. So the day of the director's been dead for like 40 years.
Like, when you care more about the art than the money, it's really hard to make money.
The animal rights group PETA have accused you guys of exploiting the culture of wildlife.
They would say that. The thing is, like, after doing this film and learning from our guide and like Googling some stuff, I learned that like there's a lot of like radio waves that are going through the air now with the increase of like everyone having a tablet and their iPod, and just like all those radio waves are killing bees, and it's really hurting the ecosystem. So I'm right now on a social media fast, and I'm only using Facebook because that's on the computer, so there's less that goes out on the internet. It's an entirely different system, and that's what I'm trying to do to promote us, and so there's less radio waves trying to not kill as many bees. No. So PETA probably tweeted at us. I know they did. They said you need to leave now, and how many bees did they kill with that one tweet? Yes, after Blue Christmas failed, it was a definitely a heavy blow. I thought, hey, maybe I should go to college and learn how to film stuff. But then it occurred to me, Quentin Tarantino didn't complete high school, and there's a lot of famous people that haven't, and like, who needs a degree anyway? That's just going in debt to do art. But like, Picasso didn't go to college. He was an artist.
Just us, being in the way of the birds in nature. We really were a nuisance to the birds. I did a lot of littering, a lot of bottles still out there in the Canadian wilderness, a lot of trash I didn't pick up after myself. I didn't think we were going to bring so many styrofoam coolers, or that we'd burned them all.
And it was only the, 4 of us.
Yeah,
Our guide, us, and Zachary Clifton, the narrator boy.
And there was a small child who we got to narrate this film. And yeah, there were tensions were very high. And even though I think we work well, I want to murder him every single day. Ducks. How many different genuses of ducks did we encounter during the filming?
Oh man, we need to consult the nature guy again.
Entirely. I don't think he speaks English. I couldn't understand him.
He barely spoke French, so we tried to communicate to him in Spanish. Yeah, I would say inspired by some of the naturalist painters from Japan, and just how they like to capture nature and bring it to life, even though it's already alive because it's nature, and just capture it and bring it in a different light and aspect. And just, it's great to use natural lighting, which I'm glad we were able to do this time.
We couldn't afford actual lights.
Growing up, I would say I liked Vincent van Gogh. He's my favorite painter. He really understood how to capture life in his own artistic way. Pablo Picasso, and Leonardo da Vinci as far as painters go. Yeah, I think William Shatner also. He had those great poetic readings of things and dramatic interpretations. And Mark Twain, the author.
Jeezy's trailer for his album Trap or Die 3. And it's a very, very compact, very tight, very well-made film. And that was just, when I first saw it, it just blew my mind. Really good composition right there. That was my whole aesthetic. That's our movie. When I saw that, I knew exactly what needed to go into this film.
We're not done editing it. This is just a sneak peek. We are looking to get a sepia filter on it, inspired by Wes Anderson.
For me, personally, I don't believe in directing. I don't really know what we're doing.
And here's a fish. We got a picture of the fish. Because although this is a bird documentary, we wanted to capture all facets of life. The fish, the bugs, the ducks, and wait, I think we got one more, and a different type of duck.
This is where Jeezy's Trap or Die 3 trailer really shows itself in the inspiration of this film by showing all of the different palettes of white contrasted with the rest of the background, but it genuinely mirrors the way Jeezy and the group of men around him were completely white in the final scene of the trailer.
I'm gonna take it like this, boy. You already know I came in this game hard as a motherfucker.
3 fingers in the air, fuck with me. But I think it'll leave people talking.
Oh, there you go. They're playing catch. Have you ever seen an eagle play catch?
Wow, beautiful creatures.
And you can tell with the frame rate on it. Wow. And also after our first movie, Mr. Spruce, it's the life of a spruce tree.
Quality.
But not an actual spruce tree. It's a mannequin that was made from a spruce tree and slowly became a man through different interactions with people.
We were on a tight filming schedule in Oskanawa, Canada for about a month. And it was hard living. We could genuinely appreciate the struggles of these animals by living the way they would.
As you can see, this is an owl.
You think I actually care about all those birds we filmed? No. The birds were horrible. My partner was horrible. It wasn't worth it.
You know, I hope this film doesn't turn out like Blue Christmas.
Blue Christmas. Now, I'd like to think the ending of this film, even though it was more of an accident, I think it seems more artistic than the ending of Blue Christmas.
Trying to capture what exists outside and bringing it inside to get you to want to go outside and see it for yourself. Unfortunately, our movie isn't that short of a thing.
No,
it's not
much-
compact at all.
Much longer.
It's a complex. You see intimate storylines of the struggle of bird and man, and bear and fish.
Mostly just, I'm not sure. I'm approaching this with cautious optimism. Herzog once said, don't be afraid to get arrested if it means getting a good ass scene. Not those exact words. I'd like to think I learned something about myself. Like, I'm hoping like all the people that watch this movie can, learn a few things about like some animals or some shit, I don't know.
You need to take freedom and responsibility for yourself. And if you can't get out of the trap of man, then that's your fault, not someone else's. But I think that was our old mentality anyway. And like through making this film, we've kind of broke free from that. And it's like trying to set nature free from us and our interferences with it.